Every choice is a phenomenon. You're probably thinking, what do you mean by that? And I'll explain it to you. What I mean by that is if you have a goal or a end result, maybe you want to be a professional athlete, maybe you want to be an influencer. Maybe you don't want to do any of those things. You want to make a business and get rich, right? To do something like that, to push so far beyond the threshold of human competence and excellence to the highest degree, you need to understand every choice is a phenomenon. So you're probably thinking, okay, I understand that my actions have consequences, but do you? If you want to be the next big athlete, maybe you want to be a football player, a soccer player, a wrestler, you need to understand that you cannot compromise that in any situation. So, if you want to be a professional footballer, why are you smoking weed? Why are you hitting the vape? Why are you drinking? And why are you partying? Do you really understand every choice is a phenomenon? Because if you did, you wouldn't do those things. Because you would understand you're compromising yourself from becoming what you want to become for doing things that feel like a come. So understand that you don't understand that every choice is a phenomenon, and try to let me explain to you so you can understand and change yourself to sequence up into a higher vibration, allowing you to actually achieve your goals. Not talk about it, not dream about it, not imagine it, but tangibly to live it, to be it, and to reflect it in your everyday reality. And I mean it. Every time you hit that vape, smoke that weed, you are triggering dopamine receptors in your brain, flaring on and off, triggering dopamine spikes, artificial dopamine spikes that are existentially compromising yourself from feeling the true dopamine spike when you achieve what you truly desire to achieve, right? You'll feel 1,000 times better when you're on stage getting called the best athlete in the world than hitting the vape with your buddy that's compromising himself too, and honestly is an inevitable failure to himself, right? It's not about to your parents. It's not about to anybody. It's not about the outside. You're doing it to yourself. You're failing and losing to yourself. This is you. You get a thought, right? Not just any thought. Not the thought that you need to eat, sleep, or drink water, right? but the thought of, this is what I want to be. This is who I am and need to become. I need to become rich. I need to become successful. And I have passion for being an athlete. So honestly, I want to be a professional soccer player, right? This flashes in your mind when maybe you're 6, 7. Some of us don't realize what we want to truly be or what we have passion for later in life. That's okay. It is what it is. But the moment that desire flashes in your brain, neurologically and quantum physically, so metaphysically speaking, a reality where you become that is created. Yeah, a reality where you are that professional soccer player. You are that professional businessman. You are that famous musician. It's created. And I'm not here to debate the existence of God, but there's a reason why a happy, successful person will always give their thanks to God. I mean, look at Kai Cenat, right? When he got his reward, God did, right? So you need to understand that the moment that thought with feeling flashes in your brain, that's your call to action. You might not get it when you're 6 or 7 years old, but you'll get it now when I'm done with this video and you're done watching the entire thing. So you can actually fully express yourself to the degree of self-competence, so you can actually achieve the goal and the state of being to receive such a reality, to receive such a blessing, right? And this doesn't matter about religion, by the way. You see an atheist in a Ferrari, happy, right? You see a Muslim living his dream life. You see a Christian living his dream life, right? God doesn't judge. You cannot do action if you don't know what the action is oriented around. But you know what you want to be in life. The moment you know, you are supposed to diligently, effortfully work towards your goal. So if I want to be a soccer, I start going to the park every single day. 1 hour eventually leads to 2, will eventually lead into 3. And don't be surprised when you're out there on the soccer field for 8 hours the entire day, becoming the best at what you are, becoming the best at what you want to do, right? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you're kicking the ball 11 o'clock, field lights are off, you're using your flashlight. How bad do you want it? You realize that those hours on hours on hours on hours have zero external result. You have received nothing for working so hard and so accordingly that you received zero results for it. All those hours give you nothing but a dream. But don't give up. Don't give up. Because you need to understand, the moment you give up and don't try, just because you didn't see quick results, maybe intermediate, so maybe 4 or 5 years, right? And you haven't seen any results, don't give up. Jacob had to wait till 95 to receive his son. And don't quote me on it. I'm a Bibles man, but I'm not a Bibles man. I'm just a smart man. So if you're not seeing results, don't give up, because they're waiting for you. Oh, yeah, they're waiting for you. The moment you give up, welcome to the rat race where none of us want to be. But no, you tell yourself, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm different. And you start to continue working hard, working effortfully, working diligently, working intelligently towards your goal. You continue to work. You start maybe going to a certain soccer club. Maybe you start doing stuff with other people. You start training more professionally, right? Because you can't do the same thing over and over again. It needs to evolve. So you can't continue kicking the soccer ball for 4 years straight at the same park. Of course, practice, but understand that you need to take it up a notch. You need to find a indoor soccer club, maybe, or a club where you can actually play real games with other teams, with people doing the same thing as you, but you're just better. They're not at the soccer field at 10 o'clock at night with a flashlight on their phone kicking the ball, right? They're not doing that. So you already are performing phenomenally compared to them. And your coaches will see it. The people at your soccer games will see it. This video will wake you up so you can see it, and your faith will start to grow, right? Your faith will start to grow, and people around you will start to have faith in you as well. Taking it back to the coach, the parents, they'll all start having faith in you because you're proving to them why they should. But don't take that as the success. That is just a sign that you are aligned with the right path. You are going to where you want to be. You just need to continue doing it and trust the process, right? So you keep going without results. You master self-discipline. You've been doing this for a few years now, right? That changes somebody. That work ethic, that extraordinary passion for one thing all the time. You don't stop. That does something to somebody. That changes somebody's character, right? You show up every day. Your confidence starts to rise. You start to do different skills. You start to maybe act a certain way around certain people because they look at you with a certain degree of excellence. They think you're phenomenal for what you can do. So you start to wear that a little bit, right? Don't let it drag you around. But you start to wear that a little bit, right? More and more and more, you start to have faith in your vision. You start to believe you're a soccer player. You start to know you're a soccer player. And it's all because you are. Just trust the process. So now you're 16, right? You've been playing soccer for a couple years. You work, 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 work. Now you're 18. A professional soccer club, maybe not the best, or something in that field is looking for you, right? You're getting offers to do something you love, right? There's people looking for you because I mean, look at you. There's people looking for you to do it with them, right? Coaches, do it for them, right? They're looking for you, right? When you get signed to that professional soccer club, or you get that first high check, that high number check, maybe you got 25,000, right? 25,000 from your new business, right? You achieve small success, nothing crazy, but it's high results, right? And all that started here. You worked, and now you're actually achieving external results, which are high. If you're achieving high results externally, any results externally, you're achieving high results, because this entire time you were working on the inside. You were working on yourself, but you are doing that with something you're passionate about, something you knew you could achieve, something you know you can achieve. And you kept doing that, and now you have external results. Now you have high self-esteem. You might walk around a little different. You might talk a little bit different. Talk to women a little bit different. Your confidence is through the roof. You don't even have anxiety anymore. You step with God. You step with light. And all that is self-accomplishment. You've accomplished yourself. This entire time, you are accomplishing yourself without even knowing it, because that's how much you love doing what you do. That's how much passion you had within you to complete and do what you had to do. And so you feel like you've made it. You feel like the man. You might be making a little bit money, a little bit more money than the average human from doing what you love, doing what you're passionate about. But beware, there's always the abyss waiting for you. Oh, you didn't want to give in over here? I couldn't make you doubt yourself enough to give in to me? I wonder who that could be. I'll do it when you feeling it. When you feeling that success. I'll do it when you feel accomplished. Don't worry, I'm waiting for you. I just want to see you crumble, right? I wonder who that could be, right? Comfortability, downfall, ego beats soul, external pleasures overcome success, drugs overcome success, partying overcomes success. No longer can control yourself. You start to give in to addictions. You're being held on a leash by I wonder who, and you're following, because you can yank it. When you flee from the devil, he flees from you. But some people, they fall so fast and so hard that yanking the leash, it seems impossible. And they can do it with one choice. Remember, every choice is a phenomenon. They can change, but it seems impossible, because that's what he does. But maybe you have a good head on your shoulders. Maybe you're not an absolute fucking retard, and you don't fall, and you continue with your passion. Maybe you get a high paying job for what you're passionate about. Maybe you become the new head coach on your football team. Maybe you become a manager at a professional soccer team. You know, you're doing what you enjoy doing. Maybe you create a business in the field of soccer, right? We're just using soccer as an example, right? It's for everything. But maybe you create a soccer business, right? It could be anything. And you've literally and basically accomplished yourself. So you're self-accomplished, and now you're just settling down. You have high income. You have a lavish lifestyle. Nothing too much, nothing too little. You might want to get married, have kids, and you have phenomenal character, right? Because you were the man at one point, right? Now you're just settling down, right? Now you're just ready to chill. You're ready to enjoy the other spectrum of life, the family man, and that's cool, right? I mean, your father and mother, right? That's cool. Maybe you aren't gonna settle down. Maybe this wasn't enough, and you want more. You want way more. So you keep working, 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 and boom, right? You've achieved absolute success. Non-restricted existence, meaning if you wanted to go to Japan right now, you do that. From Japan, you reach there, the air smells disgusting. You're like, Mexico. I ain't messing with the cartel. Spain. Huh? Spain's really nice, but to be honest, I've never tried Italian pizza. We'll go to Amsterdam next. Now let's travel the entirety of America. A non-restricted existence, meaning whatever you want to do, you can do, right? And the reason you can is because you've achieved absolute success in your field of work or your desired reality. So you did become a soccer player, right? You worked so hard from that amateur soccer team or that whatever that you literally became a professional soccer player. You are now making a lot of money, more than the average human, by doing what you love. You have social media success because you're a professional soccer player, or you have a professional business. It's turned into a establishment where, kind of like McDonald's, it's turned into a $1 billion corporation, right? Because that's what absolute success is, right? Or maybe $1 million. We're not even going to push the threshold, right? Maybe it's just $1 million. That is still absolute success, right? So if you've achieved what you need to achieve to do whatever the fuck you want, and essentially you're living your dream reality, but you're tangibly living it, right? You're not dreaming it. This is not a dream, right? It once was. We'll just say a decade ago, it was a desire, but now it's an actual reality. You're tangibly living it. You're 100% in control of your life. No one can tell you what to do and not to do. No one can stop you from pursuing what you want to pursue. And the reason they can't stop you and you can do whatever you want to do essentially is because you worked, 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 and you worked. And you never stopped. And you had absolute faith in yourself, right? You made a little money here, it wasn't enough. You kept pushing the threshold. You have omnipotence character development, right? You've developed yourself in a way where people describe you as omnificent, right? You have pushed the threshold so far that you expanded past the circumference of human success. You are the success, right? You do hold the key. And you did that. You did that, right? And this entire journey of life just developed such a pristine character and such a monumental mind of omnificent character. And essentially, that is because you understood that every choice is a phenomenon. That is because you understood that if you started when you were 12, if you started when you were 14, 16, 17, 20, 22, 24, 32, 38, 41, never limit yourself. But you made the choice to change the sequence of events, to alter the end result of your reality. If you were down here and you were like, nah, I'm gonna start smoking, you know what? Smoking started to track you down here. And then you're like, alcohol seems cool. And I low key like partying. And then you went, oh shit, backtrack, backtrack, backtrack. Oh shit, backtrack. Ooh, I'm always broke and I'm addicted to all these substances that are made to destroy me, that are made to throw me back in the cycle, right? So don't backtrack and understand that even the littlest choices, or maybe the choices you think that are little, are really the ones that will create your reality 15, not even 15, 7 years, 4 years from now. Don't backtrack. But now that you understand, understand, don't get caught in the cycle. It's self regression, poison to a concentrated form on which you can eat, drink, right? Smoke it. That's essentially what all that is. And until you understand that, don't be surprised when you are constantly in cycle with the cycle of samsara, right? Essentially, this is the mod. Essentially, this is the modern samsara cycle, right? This is the modern samsara cycle. So, if you have a dream to chase, you have a reality to create, and with discipline, 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 hard work, hard work, hard work, you will essentially have the end result of all the good choices. You will essentially perpetuate that in your everyday existence. You essentially are a translucent being who's ascended from self destruction perpetuated in sequences of substance abuse to an omnificent character display of soul with such a high degree of luminosity by pushing so far past the thresholds of human endeavors while becoming the absolute God of your reality, right? Not God, you're not God, but the God of your reality, 100% control. Because essentially, God has 100% control of everything, the universe. So, you having 100% control of your life would essentially mean you are the God of yourself. But you can't do that with this, right? And you do that with the help of God. Because here, who are you depending on? And if you're not depending on, good luck.